Hey guys, Retired at 40 here. Today we're going to build a hinged low tunnel. But this isn't just any old low tunnel. This one's self-watering. If you'd like to build this low tunnel, stick around. Okay, here's the raised bed that we did in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the description so you can connect to that one. Real easy bed to make, probably take you about 15 or 20 minutes. So on to what you're going to need. You'll need 4 hinges. Doesn't really matter what size, or you can actually do 3. I did 3 on my other one and it's just fine. Just chose to do 4 on this one. You'll need just a simple grab handle for the front. You will need 5 10-footer half-inch Schedule 40 PVC. You'll need some screws, just enough to nail this frame together. I chose 2.5 inch, and then you'll need some 1 1/4 screws also. You need 8 of these half-inch T's, also Schedule 40. All this stuff will be Schedule 40. 2 of these threaded couplers, 2 threaded valves like this, some all-purpose cement or some Schedule 40 cement, 2 elbows, 90 degrees, and then some conduit clamps, 1/2 inch, just to hold the PVC to the frame here. Okay, so I've already gotten started here on the lower part of the frame. This will actually hold the low tunnel. These 2 side pieces here. Oh, you'll also need 2x4s, sorry. So you'll need 4 2x4x8s. These sections here, these are 8 feet. If you want to do, these are 33 inches. If you want to do a center one, you can. It just makes it a little bit more sturdy. These are all 33 inches, so you need 3 of those. And just screw all those together. And then when you want to put the hinges on, make sure that they're squared up to the side and to the back. I mark these out at 2 inches here on each side. Put the hinge on the right side. And then these are 36 inches right here. Put them on the 36 inches from this corner. This one is 36 inches from this corner. And this hinge is on the left of the mark. This hinge is on the right of the mark. And you get all those screwed in. It makes a nice little hinge. Nice and sturdy. Okay, so let's get cutting the PVC into pieces and we'll get the PVC low tunnel glued together. Okay, so this is all 10-foot, 1/2 inch PVC cut 5 5-foot sections, and then you'll need 8 at 22.5, and then 2 little pieces that you'll use to put on the very ends. They can be probably 2 or 3 inches. You should have 1 long piece left over, and we're going to use that to make some slide locks to hold your plastic on. So I just wanted to show you the difference in the wall of 1/2 inch PVC. One is a lot thicker than the other. When I make slip joints, I like to use the thinner walled stuff. It's a little bit more flexible and it does go over the other PVC better. But when I make the rest of the frame, I do like the thick walled stuff because it's a lot more rigid, and it just tends to be a lot more sturdy. Okay, we're going to make our slide locks. You can probably make about 20 or as many as you can get out of the entire stick, depending on how much you want the slide locks to hold the plastic on. I'm going to probably make about 15 or 20 myself. So the easiest way to do that, mark out 1.5 inches. Figure out where that's going to come onto the saw blade there, and then actually mark it on the table. And that way, after you cut your first one, you can just slide the PVC up to that mark and it'll already be marked for you. Okay, and then after you do that, you just need to cut some of this plastic out. Just wanted to kind of show you how these slip joints work. This is my other bed that I just finished yesterday. So when you put your plastic on, that would just slip over the plastic and it holds it in place. You make several of them, you can go over this whole hoop. Okay, now that you've got all your PVC cut, you can lay it out flat like this. All your 5-inch strips, or your 5-foot strips, the 5 of them will go this way. 22.5s will go this way. In between 2 of the corners, right here we'll have a 90-degree elbow. T, T, T. And then T's all the way across up top. And then your 2 small pieces will go here and here. And then your threaded couplings will go on the very ends. Take your glue and get them all glued together, and then I like to let it sit for a couple of hours just to make sure it's good and dry before I put it together, because you do have to bend it. You have to bend it pretty good to get it to sit on there, and if any of that glue is wet or just not completely dry, you know, it'll weaken it, and since you're running water through it, you want it to be as strong as possible. Okay, I've let this set up for a couple hours now and it should be good and sturdy. I'm going to go put this inside the hoop house. Okay, it's a little breezy out here, but make sure when you put this in here that the part with threaded sides is in the back, basically the hinged side. And then we're going to take these 1/2-inch conduit clamps and they're going to go just like this over that with your 1¼ inch screw, and we're going to put them right down onto this frame right on top of it, and then you actually want to wrap it around the frame, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. Okay, so there's a close-up of the strap. Front part, I just go in the top. Back part, I just push back around and put a screw through there. Makes it really sturdy. Now this next part might be a little tricky by myself. I would probably recommend having some help, because we're going to take this and bend it up into a hoop form. The next thing I do is just give this a pressure test before I put any holes in it for the self-watering. That means you need to do some kind of combination to get from your coupler that's threaded into a hose. So you can kind of see what I did here. Mine's actually kind of cobbled up together because it was just parts that I had laying around, so wanted to use those. And then I did the same thing on the other side. And I'm actually going to connect 2 beds, so I'll probably make something that can go from each footing or each fitting of a hose. So next we just need to drill some holes in the PVC. You can kind of strategically place those for whatever you're going to put in your beds. I'm going to put a timer on mine, so it will just water itself every day, and then I'll blow it out in the wintertime so it doesn't freeze, and then it'll be ready for summer again. Drill bit on the end of my drill. Now I'm just going to poke some holes in this PVC. When we turn the water on, it'll act as an irrigation system. Okay, let's let her rip. There you go. Self-watering. Put that on a timer, it'll water like that every day. Keep all your plants nice and wet. Alright, looks like I'm ready to plant. This is Retired at 40 signing off. Remember to live life simple. We'll see you next time.